It's 10:24 right now. Where am I at? Motherfucking Wawa. Sitting here eating in my car alone because can't go to my house. It's not pleasant there. We got into an argument on Friday. Well, yesterday. Today's Saturday. And he didn't want to do the couples counseling. Every single time we get into an argument, he wants to cancel the couples counseling. Because he says, I'm not learning anything. Everything was my fault. We don't talk to each other. We're not doing anything to make it better. He even told me to stop doing things for him. As far as putting his clothes up, putting him a towel out, cooking dinner for him. Just the normal shit that I do. You know what I'm saying? Giving him a massage. He said because he doesn't feel appreciated. And he feels like that I'm always asking or wanting, but that's not the case, because usually if I feel some type of way or have some feelings or have a question, it takes it personally. And it's never like, oh no, baby, like reassuring this and that. It's always like, oh, you always want to fight. Like that's always like the first response, or you know, something along the lines. And it's never, I'm never heard. It just goes like. Then when I asked him, what do you do for me that you know, you don't feel like I appreciate you? He couldn't even answer that question. He immediately diverted the question and it went elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? As always, he even told me, he's like, instead of you always looking at me, look at what you do to cause the reaction of me. Like I said, I can never get any clarity. It's always my fault. It's always aimed toward me. Always. No matter what I do. So I've been like at my friend's house all day long. I had the therapy appointment by myself. He left at 12, came back at like almost 4. He took Momar with him. I don't know where they went. And then ever since then, he's been like in the room and stuff. And I've been doing my own thing. And I was next door at my neighbor's house. The girls down the street was trying to keep me company, you know, just like they asked me to come and chill with them, so I did. And now here we are. So not much of a vlog, not much to report about or to, you know, vlog today, but it's just kind of depressing. It's just depressing. Yesterday was just so, I've just never seen him act like that. Like, if I were to go into the store, you guys would be like, what? He told me he was getting off at 7. Okay, let me start over. He called me around 3 something. He asked me if we could talk. I told him yes. We talked for a minute. I thought he hung up on me because we had some differences in the conversation. I was like, cool, I'm not calling him back. I go in the house. My lights were off. Then they came back on. Then they cut back off again because it was storming really bad. So around 2 hours later, during that call, he had told me he got off at 7. I had to call car that day and I had to pick him up. He said I get off at 7 o'clock. So then he texted me at 6:30 and he said, I'm at the shop. I'm like, oh, how? Like, it's It's not even time. Like, how are you at the shop? That's what I'm thinking to myself. You said 7. So I immediately jump up and I go and try to rush and get in the car. Mama wanted to come with me, so I'm getting him ready. And hold on, I'm trying to be greedy. And then I'm on my way there. 10 minutes in, I get a text. He's like, hello, what time? Are you closed? Where you at? How far are you? I'm like, you know, it's thunderstorming. Got thundering everywhere. So within I was trying to get to a stoplight to text him because the roads are going like this and I can't text and drive. Obviously, it's not safe. So I get to a stoplight, I text him, and I'm like, maybe 10 minutes. He sends me a text back and he goes, it's cool. Emoji with the glasses. Then he says, I'll call a taxi. I'm halfway there and I'm like, what are you talking about? So I tried to call him. He didn't answer my phone call. I called him again because I was giving him the benefit of the doubt because I'm like, it's thunderstorming. So I you know, whatever, maybe he's not receiving my call. He didn't answer. I didn't know if I should still continue to head there because he said he was catching a taxi. Well, still head there. He sends me a text and he's like, I don't know what woman in their right mind would have their man standing outside in the rain after they worked a 10-hour shift in the pouring rain waiting for you. And I said, I called him back. I said, how dare you? You didn't even tell me what time you were getting off. You didn't tell me. How is that my fault? You told me 7. When the time updated, you did not update me. You didn't let me know. Why would I update you when you hung up on me? I said, first of all, I didn't hang up on you. I thought you hung up on me. We're exchanging voice texts. I said, how dare you? And it made sense to me. I was like, All the time I was thinking he hung up on me and my lights went out, everything. I was standing outside when I was talking to him. So I was furious. I thought he hung up on me and stuff. So I just went along with it in my head. And I was like, wow, all of a sudden he thought I hung up on him. But he didn't even reply to what I said. So I get to the shop. The place is closed. I'm looking for him. I don't see him anywhere. And then I call him. He doesn't answer. Go across the street to the gas station to see if I see him. He's sitting under somewhere, you know. Still don't see him. So I said, wow, you had me drive all the way over here for nothing. He calls me after I sent that text. And he said, where are you at? I don't see you. I said, I was just over by your job and I didn't see you. So you left me? You left me? All right, I see how it is. And he hangs up on me. I turn the car back around and I start heading back toward his job because I was right across the street. Still on the same street. And I'm just like, dude, oh my God. Go over there and pick him up. And immediately when he gets in the car, I said, do you feel like driving? I was about to finish my sentence and say, because I have a headache, but I didn't get that far. As soon as I said, do you feel like driving? He said, are you now I gotta drive after 10 hours? This is shit I be talking about, boy. I was like, just blowing up. Then he jumps out the car. He comes on this side of the car. He's like, get out. And I was like, no, you don't even understand. All I'm trying to do is finish my sentence. I was just asking. He was like, no, get out. Now I gotta drive on it. And when I wouldn't get out of the car, he walked away. It's pouring down raining. So he walks off. He walks off. And then I have to freaking back up. And I'm walking, driving up the street as he's walking. I'm like, can you get in the car? He's like, no, no, no. Other cars are passing. They see me trying to get this man in the car. It's at this point, it's embarrassing for me. And, they're just watching and stuff. Then he calls his mom when I was asking him to get in the car. And I'm in the background saying, can you just please get in the car? And he's like, this is what I'm talking about. I have to work and deal with this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, wow. Like, wow. Now you're trying to make me look bad in front of your mom. So anyway, I didn't leave him. I still chased him, and still after he started like walking up the hill, I ran the car back over a freaking, over the pavement a little bit too hard, the curb or whatever. I just backed the car up, and I realized I went back too far. Came off the curb, went over to him, and I was like, can you please get in the car? He was like, no, you wanted me to drive. I'm not getting in unless I drive. And I was like, okay, fine, you can drive. I jump in the passenger, and he gets in, and he's yelling and screaming at me 2 inches from my face. Being so disrespectful. I'm not even going to say what he said to me, but it was like, let him tell it. He says I be just disrespectful, but I have never in my life, he doesn't even allow me to get that close to him when I'm mad. I have never been this close to his face or nobody's face and be like this close, yelling and screaming and cursing at you. And, and then my baby had to witness that, and he was just like right there, and like right there. We got back to the house. I didn't go in right away. And he apologized. He was like, as soon as I came upstairs, he was like, usually he doesn't apologize, but he did. He was like, I am sorry. He was like, no, for real. I just want to apologize for the way that I behaved. I shouldn't have said what I said. And I was like, okay. And we haven't really spoken since, because he declined our therapy session this morning. And yeah, as soon as my therapy session was over, he left. And then when he got back to the house, I left, went to the store, and hung out with my friends. So, yeah, not much of a vlog, just a lot of stress. But that's literally what happened. Can't make it up. Now I'm just sitting here at a gas station eating bread and macaroni and cheese. But like I said, I know it's my fault. Everything is always my fault. I'm not learning anything. Everything is always on me. It is what it is.
The next day.
We have not really spoken in the last couple of days. It's been 3 days. Today will be 3 days. And I said something to Jamal, which was, hey, I'm not sure how to act, pretty much. Like, you laughed at me and mocked me when I was trying to, get a little love and affection. So that's the only reason why I have not been like myself. That's all I said to him. He didn't respond. He waited until I got to the store. And then when I got to the store, he said, he called me and said, hey, I apologized Friday and you didn't apologize whatsoever. And I said, well, what is it that I need to apologize for? Can you tell me? Because I gave him a whole rundown of, from my point of view. I heard his point of view. Now I wanted him to hear mine. And it still didn't matter. He still found a way to blame me for the situation. He even went on saying he wouldn't have done anybody like this. I said, well, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I literally still came to pick you up and everything. I didn't curse at you, yell at you. I wasn't talking out the side of my neck like you was at me. And you're still finding a way to blame me for this entire situation. Oh, well, I already said I'm not blaming you. If you feel like I'm blaming you, then that just means you're guilty. But it's everything that he's saying to me. It's directing it at me. He even had the audacity to say that we no longer have anything to talk about besides the kids and bills. And I said, so are we still a couple? Oh yeah, but we can break up, you know. Yeah, so he said, you know, he talking about Friday was his last straw. But I'm like, Friday, yo, like, how you... Yeah, when I tell you I'm so stressed out, because he doesn't come with any solutions. He comes with more problems. Like, literally, it's never fixing a situation. It's how can I make it worse? It's literally what it is. And I'm a person that's like, how can we fix it? How can we make it better? Because if you're telling me you love me and you want to be with me, but then you're showing me the opposite and then blaming everything on me. And I've taken responsibility for a lot in this relationship. I apologize a lot. Friday was not my fault. Friday was not my fault. And even the misunderstanding where I try to explain to him, it's still my fault. It's still my fault. So if you're literally telling me to only talk to you about bills and the kids and nothing else, then what do we have? We don't have anything. This is a whole business deal. Like, what is this? I just, yeah. Here's your update.
See you tomorrow.